What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports. We are here on the Notre Dame channel with the voice of college football. In this video, we're going to break down the brand new FPI rankings for 2022, how it pertains to Notre Dame, what their record is projected to be, their chances of making the college football playoff, all of that. We will break it down here in this video. So Notre Dame comes in at number 5 in the FPI rankings, a 17.5 FPI. That means against an average team on a neutral field, they would win by 17.5 points. So yes, the FBI does really like the Irish, putting them at number 5. Their win-loss projection, though, is at 9.1 and 2.9. So they're projecting them to go right there around 9-3. It's hard to imagine a team going 9-3 and finishing number 5 in the country, but that's really what the FBI seems to think is going to happen. They've got the top 4 teams. They're all up there around 11 wins, 11, 12 wins, and then there's kind of a drop-off. So you've got your top 4, and then there's a pretty good drop-off to number 5. But Notre Dame is the top team in that next tier of teams, according to these rankings. Their chances of going undefeated, just 1.1. So the number 5 team in the country has just a 1% chance to go undefeated. They do have a pretty tough schedule. I mean, there are some games in there. It does. You look at that schedule and say, yeah, it's going to be tough for this team to go undefeated. But, you know, with their schedule, depending on how things play out, 11-1 might get them into the college football playoff this year. And you'll see the chances of them making the playoff are higher than that 1% that you see for going undefeated. And then their chances of getting to a bowl game, getting 6 wins, 99.8%, so almost a guarantee, pretty much. I mean, it is a guarantee. Notre Dame is going to get to a bowl game unless something just disastrous happens. So 99.8% chance that they get to a bowl game. We don't have anything for win the division or win the conference because obviously they're not in a conference. But there's the playoff number, 17.6% chance that Notre Dame will make it to the college football playoff. I think that's a pretty strong number. I think you got to be happy with that if you're a Notre Dame fan. It's like number 5 or 6, I think, as far as percentages go. You've got Texas, who's behind them in the rankings. They've actually got a higher percentage chance. So number 6, the 6th best chance to make the college football playoff. And I think because of their schedule and because of the fact that they don't play or they won't have a conference championship game, you know, that probably is why they have a lower chance than Texas, even though Texas is ranked a little bit behind them, although their ranking is really, really close. But still, top 6 in the country as far as your chance to make the college football playoff, that's a pretty good number, 17.6%. Making it to the national championship, a 5.7% chance. That means basically if they do make the playoff, they only have about a 1-3 chance of winning a semifinal game. And again, that I think goes back to how the FBI, and I think a lot of people view these top 2 or 3 teams as being really in a tier above everyone else. And that's why you see that number a good bit less than half of 17.6%. And then finally, winning the national championship, if they were able to make it to the championship, just a 1.8% chance of winning a national championship. So not a high number, but when you look at the reality of things and you look at Alabama and Georgia and Ohio State, and you know, 1.8% chance is not too small, I guess. In fact, they have a better chance, according to the FBI, they have a better chance of winning the national championship than they do of going 12-0, which is interesting. Easier for them to win a national championship than it is to go 12-0, according to the FBI. But both of those numbers are, again, pretty small. So again, you look here at number 5 in the country, a 17.6% chance, 6th best chance in all of college football for Notre Dame to make it to the college football playoff. What do you guys think? Do you agree with this? Do you disagree? What do you think should be higher? What do you think should be lower? Give me your thoughts down in the comments below.